Right now at 6, an urgent search underway for Nadia Lee, a missing 2-year-old girl. Her disappearance now being linked to a murder investigation involving her parents.
Her father, Jairon Lee, is accused of killing her mother. Investigators say he strangled his common-law wife to death.
Just a tragic story all around. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brandon Walker.
And I'm Lauren Freeman. There are a lot of questions about what happened with that family over this past week. The mother now dead, the father in jail, and this little girl missing.
KPRC2's Andy Sirota covering this story for us tonight at 6. Andy live in Pasadena next to the apartment complex where Nadia Lee was last seen. Andy.
Brandon, Lauren, the search for missing 2-year-old Nadia Lee expected to resume in the morning. Her loved ones still reeling from the loss of the child's mother, clinging on to hope, desperate for answers, as this case is now turned into a homicide investigation. Tonight, 2-year-old Nadia Lee's grandmother expressing grief and sorrow upon hearing the news that Houston police now suspect foul play in the little girl's disappearance. They arrested her father, Jairon Lee, who's charged with strangling Nancy Reed, the child's 22-year-old mother, at a Southeast Houston motel. Nadia's 2 siblings are said to have witnessed it.
Why would he do something like this, and why would he do it in front of his children?
Trying to find the baby right now.
And it is heartbreaking. It really is. My heart is just broken in half. So I just hope that we find the baby. I hope we find Nadia.
Lee is said to have checked his daughter out of foster care on Friday but never returned her. The 2-year-old was last seen around 8 p.m. at an apartment complex in the 300 block of South Ritchie in Pasadena on Sunday, where police say her father lives.
We have an immense amount of DNA evidence from the apartment and whatnot, and that's going to take some time to obviously process.
This morning, volunteers with Texas EquiSearch began looking for the missing child in an area near the complex where she was last seen. Tim Miller says Lee told detectives he went to take out the trash around 8 p.m. Sunday night, and when he returned to the apartment, Nadia was gone, and that he didn't report her missing because he thought Nadia's mother might have picked her up.
We got a lot of work to do. It's early on in the investigation and everything, but I think that everybody's doing everything they can do to try to get some answers.
The search got underway hours after Lee went before a judge for the first time overnight.
The defendant stated that he held her in position until she became unresponsive.
Where the 26-year-old learned he'd been charged with Reed's murder.
It was just a messy situation between them, and we were always trying to support her, always trying to help her escape the relationship. She just never wanted to leave.
Never got away.
She never got away.
We're told tonight that Lee is no longer cooperating with investigators. His bond has been set at $250,000. Live in Pasadena, Andy Sirota, KPRC 2 News.